hate puppies.
You should have opened that on the mic.
Good podcast. It's your first time.
I'm just not producing today.
Today?
I feel threatened.
Yeah, today's the day I'm not producing. All the other days were days I wasn't producing, but today's
The
also...
other 6 days of the week.
I'm also not producing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what you should be eating or drinking.
Drinking.
Yes.
This is one of the greatest drinking holidays / weekends of the year.
Isn't that the truth?
Happy
Wednesday.
4th of July.
Oh.
Well, it is with this group.
It is weird recording on a Wednesday.
Also, it's weird that Wednesday now falls on the weekend per Dave.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it. Actually, I feel like
It makes drinking easier. It really does, doesn't it?
the vast
You have 2
majority...
days of work to recover before
exactly.
the weekend.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's a good call. Except Thursday's the unofficial start of the weekend, so you may as well have a couple.
Just keep it going.
Yeah. Then Friday is the 4th of July, so
Yeah.
you got to drink. That's like, it's American.
Next year is the Saturday, so
Which is a bummer.
That is a bummer.
no holiday. They'll give you Friday or Monday, right?
Maybe.
Isn't that usually how it works?
Totally.
I don't.
It's a federal holiday.
Federal holiday, they have to give you one.
You're going to get the 6th of July off?
Happy 6th. It's a Wednesday.
I mean, they could give you the 3rd. They could give you that Friday. But I don't know.
Christmas has been like that the past few years, where it falls on like a Monday or a Sunday or something, and you're like,
Yep.
instead of getting like 2.5 days off, they're giving you like a day off.
It's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
Halloween on a Monday is awful.
Halloween should just be on the weekend.
Yeah. Or Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's not like...
Yeah, I said the weekend. Come on, keep up, dude.
New stew.
Yes.
That's right. I'm back.
Oh, that's great. We should just change the painter's name to New Stew.
NS.
NS.
We didn't?
Yeah. I mean, I'll go new stew all day. But it's NUSTU, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
I like that.
In that 80s font with drop shadow.
I like the 80s.
Except Real Stu does spell his name with a U, so we tend to spell it STEW
Yes.
because that frustrates him.
It does bother him considerably.
I speaking of the 80s, I found my iPod this week.
I don't know how that's the 80s.
I dug I got a point. And I dug it out, and I had my 80s mix on there, and I couldn't remember what it. And so on Spotify, I sat there for about 20 minutes and rebuilt my 80s playlist from my iPod, and it made me really happy.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you really need your iPod to figure that out?
I did. I'm dumb like that, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like new songs crept in from the...
Yeah, that's right.
I literally pulled my...
I totally forgot about it. Guns N' Roses.
Well, that was 1989. I'll let you slide on that one. But
87.
87.
I'm
is
sorry,
when
it was
Appetite-
1987. I'll let you slide on that.
That's when it
It's
was
a Wednesday.
released.
I was listening to my first gen iPod earlier today, actually.
Awesome.
I had it out and I was showing it to my son. He's like, so that holds music? I was like, yep. I was like, when this thing came out, he's like, how much was it? I was like, it literally was like $200 or $300, and this thing's like 25 years old. He's like, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I was like, it was. He goes, where'd you get the music? I was like, well, we used to trade music online for free. And I had I have a bunch of music on there that, you know, you would rip these songs and it'd be like Snoop Dogg, you know, Gin and Juice, but it would not be Snoop Dogg or Gin and Juice. Like, people could label it whatever the hell they wanted, and you didn't know it till you downloaded it. And that laptop is so old and gone, I don't even know what my account would be. Like that.
I was scared to death of doing that. I thought for sure I was going to get arrested.
Of like Napster and
Yeah.
stuff.
Just going
Are
to
you
sit here at
kidding me?
work and
No,
download
like-
Napster.
There were articles about people getting fined like $200,000. Like a 23-year-old gets fined $200,000 for ripping off copyrights.
Yeah, those dudes were losers.
When the BitTorrent came out in like the late, like around 2009 or something like that, and people started downloading movies at my unmentionable advertising agency where I worked, and the IT police quickly found those people and
Shut them down.
Jumped all. We have a very large amount of downloading happening here.
We had LimeWire, not Napster. Like the guys I
That was
lived
a good
with,
one.
and I didn't even have a computer at the time. Like, so we just would you just search for a song and then download it, and boom,
It's
it took
free.
forever. Yeah,
It's free music.
And you had it all.
I still think that helped. I know Metallica didn't like it, but I still think that helped musicians because you would
It didn't
find-
help established musicians.
Correct.
The ones that were already in the system and were big, it hurt. The ones that were trying to find their way onto the scene, it helped.
See, my argument always was, if you like a musician, you're going to buy their albums.
When's the last time you bought an album?
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty recently, I'm sure. I still don't download music.
Dude, I haven't bought any medium since 2011 or something like that.
I might have bought one or two albums digitally in my entire life.
Yeah, I wasn't big on those. Like the whole, I mean, and being Gen X 80s, you bought the album at
You
the
want
store,
tactile.
and it was you opened this Michael Jackson Thriller, and it folded out, and you had like this record cover, and it was like an art form in itself and an
Had the lyrics.
experience, like an experience for yourself to feel a more part of the music.
But how did you
itself.
put the turntable on your lawnmower?
You made
It was
a
tough.
mixtape of the album,
Yeah.
and then you had that on your Walkman, and then you walked around with it.
Then your buddy could high-speed dub it to another tape,
That's right.
and then you were set for
Then you
life.
could pirate music.
Or you just get Spotify and it's on your phone and you listen to it on your lawnmower.
whenever you want. And the artist gets
And you
a
can download it.
hundredth of a penny.
I don't pay for Spotify or any of that stuff.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying, like,
But I do have Spotify.
You pay for it in your own way.
Yeah, I mean,
via
via the ads and all that stuff.
You're the product then.
Yeah.
We just sell your data. That's good. We like that.
They don't sell data to the people that pay for it?
No, they probably
Yeah,
do.
they definitely
They just
do.
get rid of
They
the
definitely
ads.
do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But
All
we
that
love
stuff.
that. I love that stuff. I'm glad you're the product. Pays the bills.
Yeah, I don't have a if I have a Apple account with music on it, I wouldn't even know. Like, it's so old.
I probably have so many accounts.
I have a first world problem.
Okay.
Every so often when I get into a car, that fucking YouTube album pops up and starts playing.
The U2?
U2, yeah.
Dude, so I've got an old iPhone 8 for work. Like it's the old school. And if I have headphones in that like I accidentally click and like it like starts playing and like
Can't you
it's-
delete that?
I've deleted it.
Dude,
Every
And
single
it just
time.
keeps coming back?
It comes back.
it's the ultimate
Oh, wow.
virus. I've never seen anything like it. And I hear the first song off that U2 album all the time and it just starts playing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
It is the worst.
That did not help their cause.
This is when they had the U2 version iPod where it
Correct.
was like the red and
It's like
black or something.
2008 or something.
Yeah, and
No,
then
but it came
with
on
the, it
every-
came with the
it came on
iPod.
every-
right?
It came on your phone.
No, iPhone. It just showed up on
Oh.
your iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
like, we're going to give everyone this album for free. And the imagery is like,
Let me see if it's on my phone.
the Edge is like
I don't
naked,
give a
leaned up on Bono or something. It's like lemonparty.org.
Fun.
You're not supposed to tell everybody
Just
that.
like the bad cold. That
No,
won't go away.
lemonparty.org is the group that fights against that kind of.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. You got to go to lemonparty.org and sign up, and it'll keep artists from doing that to you.
Here's my music, and you can never delete it.
It's heartbreaking.
Look at this shit. This is my Apple Music. Here's my entire library.
It's U2.
And it fucking is there.
Yeah, I told you. It's like the Edge
Songs
naked.
of Innocence. The only fucking thing in Apple Music. I never open it intentionally. And it fucking shows up out of the
I don't
blue.
have it on mine.
We got Dave going now.
You've got a newer
We've
one.
tapped into a nerve.
I have one album.
In fact, when people have those arguments about, top 5 groups, U2, I'm like, fuck U2. Fuck them.
I kind of agree because of that. And I'm a big U2 fan.
Yeah.
One
That's
album.
cool.
I bought the soundtrack to Whiplash because I thought that was so good.
Gotta have
Like,
it.
why couldn't they just put Joshua Tree on there? Then nobody would be.
I want to
mad.
see if
I
this,
wouldn't be upset.
I want to see
Streets
if
Have No Name starts playing, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, man.
I want to see if this gives anyone PTSD. You imagine you unlock your door, open it,
Is this gonna shut
Shut
off
it.
our YouTube algorithm?
put on the.
I don't think this could probably be the one song
Yes.
that is eminent
What's it called?
domain.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
As long as you're less than 11 seconds. So you buckle up, you hit the start button, and then out of nowhere,
It starts jamming.
and then by that time I'm like, no!
Then you roll your car 8 times to try to kill yourself.
Yes.
U2 was so good till that little stunt.
It's no
They
unforgettable
were
fire.
always driving me crazy because Bono's dumbass.
Watch this.
He was so annoying.
Delete from library. Delete from library twice.
It's
Not
gone.
there. See you in 2 weeks.
Oh wait, here's your new album from U2.
It's like a Ouija board.
You must have accidentally deleted this, sir.
Here's your new purchase. We'll send you an email.
Yeah, you'll get a receipt.
I don't like to buy movies digitally. I don't. When you don't physically own it, it can just go away. And that's
I buy movies. I only do it through Amazon because I figure I'll always have
Yeah.
Amazon.
On DVD.
So I just buy the digital version in HD of movies that I know I'm going to watch again. Like I bought Christmas Story. I bought Christmas Vacation. I bought Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like there's certain movies that
we get it.
every
All
year-
holiday based movies.
Major League.
Die Hard
I do have Die Hard
for Christmas.
because I want to have it, and I know I'll always have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a safe bet that if I go there, and I somehow, but if you look through that list, there are some weird ones. Like I got Rad.
I have
awesome.
Rad.
Yeah, which is
I still haven't seen
It's
that movie.
strange. You
you never seen Rad?
Oh,
Never seen
it's
it.
amazing. It is
Dude.
amazing, dude.
Let's
Classic 80s.
I feel like I've seen it because it's been referenced in my lifetime a million, and I've seen clips and images. So like, I'm pretty sure I get
I
the
don't know.
gist
If
of
I
it.
say Hell Track and you don't fucking go, what? It's the most crazy thing ever, then
I mean, just the name tells you that.
it's pretty intense.
It's got a set of twins in it. And it's from like Mongoose or something. Like wasn't Mongoose like the evil empire
Yeah.
brand that was in there? And
Awesome. Though.
I have that on Amazon Prime also.
Now they're at
Yeah.
Walmart.
It's a certain
Yeah.
one. Got every
No, they're
Fast and
sponsored by
Furious
Walmart,
movie.
and they're
Yeah.
like 70 years old.
Gotta have
No,
the
I'm talking
entire-
about Mongoose bikes. They used to be like hella expensive and nice. Now you can just get them at Walmart.
Y'all remember the GT Pro
GT. I was
Performer?
about to throw GT
Yeah.
out there. Redline GT.
The GT Pro Performer I thought was the greatest bike ever made. When I was a little kid, it's the bike I coveted. And you could tell the Pro Performer versus a regular Performer because the frame,
was pro.
the bar came up and then it went like horizontal. So like it didn't just go straight up the way the frame was. It had a little hitch to it. And I was always like, man, I got to get my hands on one of those. And I never could because my parents were never going to spend that kind of money on a bike.
How do you not own one now, dude?
So here's what's crazy. So Screen Door Mortgage, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Shout out if you need a mortgage. It's the guy. One night I'm sitting in a bar, I'm having a beer with him. And I was like, man, you know what my dream bike always was? I don't know why we got on this topic. And I was like, GT Pro Performer. He's like, so fucking funny you say that. And I'm like, why is that? He goes, last week I get a call from my mom and she's like, yo, we've still got your old GT Pro Performer here
No
at the
way.
house. Like, do you want it? And he's like, nah, I'm never going to do anything with it.
Doesn't he know how much the value of those things?
He had no idea.
Dude, those things are super valuable.
It's like what?
He just-
Probably like $3,000 or something.
I mean, it's at least $1,000 for a classic GT
Yeah.
Pro Performer. He had the mag rims, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Gave it to Goodwill. He's like, Mom, just give it to Goodwill. Oh, I was
that's
like,
rough.
It was a week. I was a week late to getting my dream bike, but then I was in Baltimore the other day.
At the Goodwill.
No, and I saw a guy roll up, and they have new GT Pro Performers that have 20-inch rims, so like big tires on them,
Don't do it.
so that they're now like you can use them. Because like I have a BMX bike, I bought a Haro a few years back, and I was like, this is gonna be awesome, and I took it out, and I was like, this is exhausting.
Yeah.
I can't ride these little bikes.
Yeah.
Nah, but if you got a new GT Pro Performer, it'd be like buying a new Chevy Blazer.
With a 7% interest rate.
But with those 20-inch rims, this thing is like usable. Like this guy was cruising around the city on it. I was like, okay.
I'm sure the new Chevy Blazer drives much better and has better tech than an old K5.
I'm just saying.
But it's not the same thing.
I'm keeping an eye out for a 20-inch rim GT.
We
Pro
rode all
Performer.
over the God's green earth on those BMX bikes, and there's nothing worse riding than a
exhausting.
BMX
Yeah.
bike.
It's terrible.
It's the most
Exhausting.
inefficient vehicle ever. You're
Little
better
tires,
walking.
and then you gotta just go. You gotta pedal it 1,000 times to go
Yeah.
a foot. It's insane.
But you know why
And
everybody
stand up the whole time,
the
basically.
whole time because you're all crunched
Or
up on
if
it.
you are sitting, your knees are up at your chin.
You know why every kid in the United States wanted a BMX bike? E.T. the extraterrestrial.
I disagree.
That is why. That's because, Dave, you were probably like 3 years old.
I was 6. I saw it in formidable time and
BMX was just popular in the 80s,
formative
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a freestyle bike. I could spin the handlebars.
Yeah,
like a
hell
motor.
yeah.
That was pretty rad.
I lived near a BMX track in Hampton.
Ooh, I saw a kid lose a finger on a BMX track. That was interesting.
Did you find it?
Yeah, his chain came off. And he went down to put the chain on, like while he was rolling.
Yeah.
And then he pedaled and just rolled his finger right through the crank. I was
Nice.
Damn.
I was like, "Oh, bro, you got the chain on! Congrats!" Like that sucks. And his finger was all mangled and hanging there.
All in one swift motion.
Yeah, and he was the starting receiver on my football team, so like, real
Dang.
cool, dude. But he made a triumphant return. He played in the Ramona Bowl. I was pretty excited for him.
That sounds important.
It's big time important, dude. That's where
The
we
Susan Bowl.
Yeah.
that's where we got our asses kicked by Delray.
I never had any of those nice bikes. I had a Huffy.
Hey, nothing wrong with the Huffy, man.
Nah, there is.
Yeah.
It's the worst fucking bike.
Yeah, it
dude.
sucked.
Huffy did, when I was a kid, Huffy did make their version of a GT,
They did. They
Bike.
made a cool one.
and I got it for Christmas. I pitched a fit. I was looking back, I was an asshole, but it looked like it was dope. It was painted white with all the funky blue red splattered paint all over it, and it
Yeah.
had the pegs and the mag wheels, and it had the whatever the thing was called. You had to have to spin the handlebars and
The
the
rotor.
rotor.
and all that stuff. But it was like not nearly as expensive as any of those Huffy GTs
No.
or whatever other brands.
That's why I've got a Haro in my garage
Haro, yeah.
right now because I'm like, oh, I finally got one, and now I can't ride it.
Yeah,
I need to sell it and get, which apparently it's worth a ton
yeah.
because it's like a classic.
It's hard to let go.
Yeah.
The nostalgia, man. I wanted a Haro. I had a red line with spoked wheels. I didn't have the mag wheels.
I had a
but I had-
Raleigh, which was like the Raleigh Ultra Shock. It had 2 tubes on the top, so you could stand on it,
Oh,
surf
yeah.
it down the
Ultra
street.
Shock.
And I was like, well, hell yeah, dude. It was about 700 pounds. I've never seen a little bike be so heavy.
Then 10
ever.
speeds got popular,
Everything had their time, dude. It's bike season, though.
and then mountain bikes finally came around. You're like, yes, that makes sense.
Oh,
That's
you
a
know-
rideable bike.
So guess what I just did? Speaking of stupid shit.
Uh-oh.
So I was down in Folly Beach this week, and I was rocking my electric skateboard a lot. I actually
Yeah.
you get a lot of use out of electric skateboard at the beach. Like, that's a good spot for it.
Yeah, it
And-
does so well in the sand
Well, on the road.
And the water.
and the water.
Yeah, I was surfing my electric skateboard. The lithium ion fire was epic. But I was enjoying the shit out of it. I would like ride it to bars and like post it up in the bar, and they would always just tuck it behind something. It was great. Got followed by a cop on the electric skateboard. I can now officially say that's legal. Like I had the lights blinking.
Did you talk to him?
Headlights on. No, he just followed me down the road, and then I had to sit. I'm sitting at a red light, standing on it,
Nice.
just half in a bag.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Were you worried about getting a DUI or something?
like a skating under the
Little bit.
influence. An SUI.
Man, the cops in Folly Beach are
Because it
way
is
different.
I mean,
these
that
days.
is that probably would be a DUI.
On a skateboard?
Yeah.
It's motorized.
Motorized vehicle
What if it's a
on the
regular,
road.
just a regular skateboard?
I don't think they can, but then it's drunk in public.
I've been told you can get a DUI
On a
bike.
bicycle. You can.
If you're on a road, you're like
On a bike. On a
yeah,
road.
like
yeah, I've heard about
now
that.
if it was a sidewalk, you might have it, and I don't know, but you might have an argument. Like that's not.
You're not supposed to ride bikes on a
know.
sidewalk.
I know,
so
but
they can
you're
come
probably-
at you for that.
Yeah, but that's better than getting a DUI.
Nah, DUI is badge of honor.
Yeah.
I lost my license to my car by riding a bike.
Yeah, exactly. Or a skateboard.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna find out because I was standing there at that light with my blinking red light in the back and like my headlights on. It was like
You should have picked it up and started walking.
I blasted across, and he pulled around me and kept going. I was like, hell yeah, I'm legal.
You're in
And
the- end up in
cops
the-
were like, the cops were hardcore down there this time.
Wait, what state is this in?
In South Carolina, but
yeah.
2 years ago,
They're fed up.
a girl who was absolutely shit-faced in a 25-mile-an-hour zone was doing like 65 or 70
Oh, God.
and hit a golf cart that had a new bride and her husband
Oh,
just after
Lord.
the wedding. Like they're
Oh,
in their,
no.
they're in their
Man,
dress and
that's
shit.
Awful.
Killed the new bride as they were going to the party to be
Yeah,
with their
yeah.
friends. Killed the new bride and like really fucked up the dude. And that girl was so fucked up. that
She was probably
she's
unscathed.
she's talking to the cops like, how long is this going to take? I got class in the morning. And you can see footage of her
Yep.
back at the station. And she keeps saying to them, she's like, what is the big deal? I've got class in the morning. Like she has
You killed
no
somebody.
clue that she killed
and
somebody.
you're going to go to jail. That's what the big deal is.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But because of that, the police presence in Folly was insane.
Yeah.
And one night, I skate up to Center Street, and this guy jumps over the wall of the Sand Dollar, which is a little like private social club. It's a biker bar, and he hops over with a beer. Cops went running over, tackled his ass, dragged him back.
Oh, wow.
And as they're dragging him back, I'm on my skateboard. And I'm like, oh, sorry guys, I'm in your way. And like picked up my
Yeah.
electric skateboard, went about my shit. But like the police were everywhere and they were pulling people over, like kind of not even like legal. Like people just pulling out and they're going down and popping them. And I'm like, there's no probable cause.
Yeah.
It's that out of state revenue.
I guess so.
Bring in some dollars.
They're just trying to clamp down on that stuff. They were really trying to like slow that down.
And so many people don't know their rights. They think you have to do the voluntary sobriety tests.
No, you can go back to the station if they decide to, though. If they think that you're drunk.
But they have to have really strong probable cause. And if you don't talk and you don't breathe on them and you don't do sobriety tests, then it's really hard to get probable cause.
I need Dave in my back pocket.
Yeah. I see the videos of the people, and I'm like, where they don't roll down their window, they like crack it and they feed them a piece of paper. It's like, I want my lawyer. I'm not doing all this. And I'm like, is that legal, or is that just a good way to really get these guys pissed?
Yeah, I was going
get you
to
in
say
trouble.
It's both.
That's a way to
It's
really.
both. Yeah.
That's a way to really piss the guy off.
Yeah.
It's quite literally both. But I was having so much fun on my electric skateboard that I bought another electric skateboard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
One for each leg?
Yeah, so now
That'll look cool.
It'll look super cool.
Yeah.
But there's a new one that I'd been eyeballing for a while where like there's no battery. You couldn't tell it's electric skateboard.
Uh-huh.
Like it's all built into the deck.
No battery, huh? What powers it?
No, there is
That's
a battery.
just a skateboard.
It's in the deck though. Like it totally is.
Well,
in the deck.
you said no battery.
Just no, like no
regular
external
skateboard.
battery. You
Gotcha.
you don't see the power source. You
Is it a
don't see-
longboard?
It's a little shorter. It's only 31 inches long.
Safer.
So it's literally not. But because it has the little battery, it doesn't have as much range. It doesn't go as fast. They went completely the other direction with this board. They were like, we're not worried about range. We're not worried about speed. Like people shouldn't be going 30 some. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I like that.
Same operation?
Yeah. Same.
In the hub, in the wheels, in the
It's
hub.
hub run.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only indicator that you would have is that
the lights?
The entire deck lights up.
That's cool,
when
though.
you turn it on, like all the way around. And there's two little tiny wires. If you look at the back truck, you can just tell that there's two little wires there. But if I just picked it up and walked by, you would never know
That's cool.
it was an electric.
What's
skateboard.
top speed?
16 in turbo mode.
That's great.
I agree because I've gotten to the point now, ever since the wreck,
Yeah.
I now just ride around at 12. Mm-hmm. It's like my top speed because I figure you go down at 12, you got a fighting
I mean,
chance.
it's definitely not as fun going 12 as opposed to what's the top speed of the other one? Like 25?
Mine is 28,
I mean,
but it's not even fun at that speed.
yeah.
And I have a big stable board with giant wheels and it's still like shaky. No, this thing's built to be a carver. It just carves. It's got a little kicktail. I'm like, what? So I bought it. It's still not here.
I can't wait to see that.
Me too.
Pavement at 24 is still pretty good. That's a pretty good scraping.
Well, now I'm riding around at 12 and I feel like that's tolerable.
Yeah.
It's still going to hurt. I'm an old man.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to fuck me up, but And I've also now I've gotten to the point where I'm like 12. I don't think you need a helmet at 12. I've convinced myself that.
Dude, you need a helmet at 3.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Okay.
I used to skate in the 80s, and I remember falling down a lot and being really bloody and whatnot, and then just getting up and doing it again the next day, and I didn't really give a shit.
Being okay with it.
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever. Give me some aloe.
Yeah,
like literally the aloe plant. It wasn't even
Yeah,
like
that's
they
the
didn't
good
even
stuff.
sell aloe.
That was always the way, man. When you were a kid, you're wrecked, you're bloody, you're scabbed up, and you don't.
Look at this, man.
Less than 10 years from now, you're going to have that old, thin skin that just bleeds
a
as soon
skin
as
tear.
it touches anything.
Yeah.
Could we not? I'm never going to be old.
Just letting you know.
Till next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm dangerously close.
Wednesday of next week, you'll be older.
I'm older right now than when I started this conversation.
Damn it.
Oh, you are.
Skateboard.
Yeah,
I can see it.
This is the youngest I'll ever be for the rest of my life. Oh, it's gone.
Do I even want to ask what this new board costs, or will I projectile vomit?
Super cheap.
$4.99.
No.
Just don't say it was only $4.99.
I'm gonna guess.
And then you're
I'm
saying,
gonna guess.
I got $4.99 to just piss away.
I'm gonna guess it was $6.49.
I'm not. I don't want to make you upset in any way.
what is the over under on this?
We're not playing over under. We're playing
Troy
guess
does
the price.
not bet.
Let's set the over under at 500.
Dave, what do you got?
Over.
I thought you said 4 something.
Well, when it's $1,
Yeah.
I'm going to go over.
I'm gonna go $3.49 under.
So under.
And I went over because I think it's $6.49.
I will take the under.
Oh.
Oh.
And I win. The painter and I are rich.
News stew.
was it
The painter is
$4.99?
dead.
I like the painter.
All right, the painter, news stew, whichever.
New stew's just your drop.
So how much is the? How much is it?
So when it was first released, it was $3.49. That was the. But I got in at the
Fucking nailed it.
slightly later price. But I had.
So it went up?
Yeah, that was when they first
like a
released them.
Kickstarter?
Yeah, when they first released them, it was $3.49. But I was able to get $100 off, so I'm good. I'm good. It was a good deal. In my mind, it was a good deal because it's cheaper than all the other boards I'm looking
But
at.
I guess with no battery, there's no replacing it.
they can replace it.
Oh, you got to send it back, though?
Yeah, I don't know how you get in the deck.
Yeah.
To do that. We'll see how this thing works out. This is the only board I've ever seen that's like that. I'm fired up,
That's cool.
and I'll just keep it in slow mode and just carve.
Did you buy it straight off a Kickstarter?
No, but I had gotten an email about this thing like months ago, and that's when the seed was set. But I wanted to see it, and sure enough, the first gen came out. Battery recall instantly. Everyone had to send them back.
Isn't Kickstarter notoriously famous for like people not getting their shit sometimes?
I think it has a handful of notorious examples, but I think it's probably 95%
Yeah,
successful.
for the most part, it's all right.
Makes sense because I mean, if you're in a business, and I'm not a business person, but like it would be helpful to pre-sell a bunch of stuff to get the money
Yeah.
to start production.
It's a logical business model.
Yeah.
I did get my coolest cooler.
Oh, you
I
did.
did.
Are they still making them?
Oh no, they're massive
went under?
lawsuits. It was bad.
Because they went under?
There were tens of thousands of people that lost their money.
I didn't think that cooler was cool.
It was cool, except the blender stopped working like
Immediately?
midway through my second margarita that I made on a beach, which the first one was awesome.
I forgot. Tell us what was on that thing again?
Yeah, what is it?
I remember when it came out, it was a big deal.
It had a blender. It had a removable cutting board,
Speaker?
a ceramic knife. It had a speaker with Bluetooth. It had charging ports, which nobody had that.
Yeah.
This is like 2014 or 15.
Yeah, it was a great concept.
Yep.
It just
Now I'm holding on to it like one day this will be notoriously valuable.
if you can get that
not
blender
right-
working.
Your
It's not
GT
right
Pro?
now. It's not right now.
It
gotta get
actually
the-
will probably never be valuable because all the electronics will be crap.
Yeah.
How was it as a cooler? Probably sucked.
I mean, plastic bags with enough ice will keep your beer
Yeah.
cold for an hour or two.
Unfortunately,
It's like an igloo
yeah,
style.
yeah, exactly.
which Igloo makes ones with speakers in it. They make Playmates with speakers.
Now.
Oh yeah, now
They're pretty sweet.
Like, I hate spending the money to buy a Yeti, but the shit works. I mean, like, I have the big Yeti, and
Yeah.
it literally will keep the bag of ice as ice for 36 hours. It's amazing.
But
Pretty awesome.
but do you need that?
Well,
Because the Igloo will keep it for 24 hours, and it weighs 1/3 or less, and it costs 1/3 or less. And I have Yetis. I'm just saying, they're not the best thing unless you
But-
are going on a boat for a week.
but do you want to live your
We're going
life?
camping for a week.
Right.
but that
something like
happens if you're cool.
Yeah. Do you want to live your life at 1/3 or less, Dave? That's really what we're asking.
No, I just see the people struggling from the public access to their beach chairs, lugging
Yeah.
like 80 pounds of Yeti cooler.
That's
for
why
their,
you should go to a lake
for
instead
their
of a
12
beach.
pack.
Nice try.
Lake is better. Just saying.
For your boat.
Lakes
but
are better.
we were talking about, we still got to get to the DUI conversation I wanted to get back to because I did not get a DUI on a skateboard, which I was pretty psyched about.
Always next time.
But they re-released the list of the cars who get the most DUIs. Now, if I remember correctly, when
Call back.
this list came out 2 years ago,
Interesting.
and
It's a skateboard on it.
no, but the winner was the Ram 1500 and BMWs. So the Ram 1500, those people were getting way too drunk, and
What the hell?
and BMW drivers
And
were getting drunk, and then
Lesbians.
strangely, Subarus. Mm-hmm. Those were our top
That's
three.
still weird to me.
Interesting.
2023 statistics. And it
So-
was brands. It wasn't necessarily the Ram 1500.
No, the Ram 1500 was the individual car
Ah.
that beat out everything. I remember that. But now they've got the new list. So
That's right.
What, Dave? Do you have said list?
Indeed, I do. Coming in third, Teslas.
Ooh, that makes sense because they weren't as popular then. But now, the Tesla driver does seem like Red Bull vodka.
That's not the driver's fault. That's 100% because the car can drive itself. So everyone just gets drunk and goes, "This car is going to take me home."
Then why would you get pulled over?
Because the car, I don't think.
I think
Correct
you-
me if I'm wrong. It's not 100% there.
The auto drive does not come with the car. It's like a multiple $1,000 option. So I think there are a lot of Teslas out there that do not self-drive.
So you think it is the driver,
But Tesla feels like Red Bull.
or it's
and
just
vodka.
more popular? I mean, there are a lot of Teslas on the road now.
Yeah. And so it has 2.23 DUIs per 1,000, which took over Subaru's place, which finished 12th in 2024
All right, they sobered up.
with only 1.69 DUIs per 1,000 drivers.
That's pretty good. All right, so Tesla has cracked the top three. Good for them.
Number 2,
Is Ram still in there?
it is not. But BMW still is.
There's my guys.
Yep.
BMW.
2.57 DUIs per 1,000.
I tell you, if I was gonna go get a pack of smokes while I'm shit faced, I'd do it in a BMW.
Should I take the Beamer or the 2008 Honda Odyssey?
Aren't they also like known as being the biggest asshole drivers of all time?
There are
Oh,
plenty
yeah.
of jokes about that.
Yeah.
So do we think
you know how
they're
you know
erratic
if
driving?
you know how you know if a BMW's blinker's broken? It's blinking. Because those motherfuckers are always changing lanes without blinkers. Douchebags.
How often do you change lanes without a blinker?
I pretty much always put the blinker on. My problem is that I tend to be a late blinker putter oner. So like as I'll
You're
start,
on the move.
as I'm starting
When
to
your
turn-
hands when your hands going up,
Drift.
you click
Yeah.
the.
It's a drift.
I try to be better about it because I've been called out on it, and I realize
It's whenever he hears the horn.
there's literally no point in turning on your blinker if you're already doing it. Like you're already a dick. So I've been called out on it. I'm trying to get better, but it's always like, oh, I'm going to change lanes and then click and go. I gotta get better.
Because I do not use a blinker if there are no vehicles around me.
Now that my daughter's getting close enough to driving age, there's a lot of blinkers going on.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Have I talked about that on here?
I don't know.
So my son
We
is.
talk a lot and then we do the podcast.
So my son is driving, and he's driving a pretty good amount, and he's had a couple close calls.
Don't they all?
One where like it was his first time driving at night, and he pulled out in front of a car, thought he had more time. But the two instances I'm thinking of is he looked over his shoulder, had his blinker on, and went across 3 lanes of traffic
While looking over the shoulder, like it just drifted.
No. Like he looked, he checked his blind spot. No cars anywhere behind us, so he just went all the way over in one motion. I was like, you can't do that. You got to go 1 lane at a time. Check again. Da da da. And then in another instance, he pulled up to a stoplight, turning right on red, and looked left. Noticed all those cars were stopped, and he just coasted through. And I was like, dude, you've got to stop at that.
Hell yeah.
By the way, there's an unmarked state trooper in that Silver Explorer that he didn't see because he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Luckily, trooper kept on going. But after both of these things, he said, well, I'm just driving like you drive.
Oh,
There it is.
you, Dad.
I love
Dad,
it.
am I
Yeah.
watching you?
So I had to explain to him. I said, you are correct. Like, that's how I drive. I've been driving for over 30 years. Like, you cannot do that. Like, you need all the time. You're not used to driving. You have to practice. So, yeah, the point is they're aware. Like,
and that's why I'm like, I'm in the neighborhood. There's no one around. I'm like, click, click, click,
Yeah.
click, click, and then turning. Like I'm trying to get better. So, Dave, what do we got here? So far we've got Teslas have entered the top 3. BMW holding strong at 2.
Actually, it says BMW was the king in 2023.
Oh, okay.
So it's been dethroned by a shocker, a automobile that has not been around for 15 years or in production for 15 years. It's a GM product.
a station wagon.
No, it's a brand, an entire brand. Pontiac.
Interesting.
Still not as high as BMW's 2023 numbers, but very close. 3.11 DUIs per 1,000 drivers.
So Pontiac drivers are just degenerates.
Interesting.
But that's shocking.
yeah, because the cars aren't around.
I don't know. I see someone in a Pontiac Aztec. And I'm
Sketchy.
like, you drunk fuck. You had to be drunk when you bought it.
Meanwhile,
definitely
the
poor people.
Honda Accord, they're just like, that guy's invisible. I'm not gonna waste my
Not
time.
invisible to thieves.
Not like the Honda.
Always the number one robbed
Not like the
car.
Honda
right.
Odyssey. Yeah, but that's probably just the fact that there are so many Accords.
It probably is, but I think also there's always value in them.
Yeah.
So like you steal them and sell them, and the parts, like the whole nine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So is it a carjacking steal, or is it I'm gonna break the window out and steal?
Break the window out and steal. The Honda Accord just gets more of those than.
The Cherokee was good for that.
Here's a funny related
Speak
stat.
from experience.
I have a Honda Accord, by the way.
Even though
Damn it.
Pontiac has the highest
Weird flex.
incidence of DUIs, it has the lowest rate of accidents of any brand. 19.72 per.
Well, that's got to be
1,000
because there's
drivers.
It's a
less
selling
on the
point.
road.
It's a selling point. You say, hey, you just buy this and get shit faced and drive around, and you won't wreck.
I think the
numbers are per
statistics-
capita.
Yeah, per capita of ownership of that brand.
So Pontiac drivers are good drunk drivers.
Yep. Really good at driving under the influence.
Good for them. That is. So next time you see a Pontiac swerving, say,
Whoa.
don't worry about it.
Not texting.
That one will be fine.
They'll be fine. They'll pull it together.
They're
it's
good.
a Pontiac. Or they'll get pulled. Either way, safety first. Pontiac.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to know who the number one safest drivers by brand is?
Volvo?
Mercury.
But then that doesn't exist.
I know. And Cadillac is in third place.
It's because they're all old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Mercury and Cadillac.
Yeah. I have been looking at old Cadillac DeVilles lately. I don't know why, but I think I want to.
Oh, you've moved on from the Lincoln Town Car?
That's actually what started it. That was the gateway drug.
I don't think we talked about that.
It was the gateway drug. Yeah, I had a bead on a cheap Lincoln Town car, and I was like, man, that's a good road trip car. And every time I see those like 90s to early 2000s Cadillac DeVilles with the North Star engine, the infamous turd North Star engine, I'm like, I kind of want one of those.
But if you spend $1,000 to redo the head bolts, it's
That's exactly the
supposed to be
problem.
a great engine.
Yeah, it is a great engine. Lots of power.
I still don't understand why station wagons haven't come back around.
They are. They're just jacked up and they're called SUVs
They're awful.
or crossovers.
No, that's what they are, and they're the worst.
Yeah, they're crossovers now.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to sit up elevated. It kind of makes sense.
We had the Oldsmobile station wagon, and my friend had the Chevrolet station wagon. I think it was like
Celebrity.
It was like it was the Caprice. Was it the Impala, but it was a station wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dude, that was my best friend's first car, was that station wagon, and we would put 12 high school kids in that thing and ride around. It was amazing.
It's the best. Get a country squire.
Yeah, but y'all were in college, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, just riding around with the high school kids. And
Yeah.
that's how the painter rolled, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of sex trafficking,
We're going to go to Blacksburg High and
Diddy?
pick up
Yeah.
some people.
P. Diddy is apparently not that bad. Just the occasional prostitution.
yeah,
And just transporting prostitutes,
yep.
which is like not that bad.
In a station wagon.
You got to think that is hard to prove, right? All those allegations.
The RICO case.
The
is gonna
RICO's
be
tough.
That's
right?
real tough. I
'Cause
mean, they
it-
could barely get the mob on that.
Yeah.
It's basically like
Well, and they use a RICO to get anyone for anything.
no,
That's-
they use RICO when it's a vast conspiracy with lots of crimes, but it doesn't really seem like he was conspiring with anyone. He's just
Yeah.
a bad person. He, sets fires, rapes, allegedly, traffics, does all this stuff.
think he'll bounce back.
But he's like a one dude. So how can you?
I don't know how
have,
street cred went through the roof.
How can you have an
Yeah.
enterprise?
Like bad boy for life. But I mean, I do find it. He never testified. He never defended himself.
Burden of proof is not on him.
No, he never went up there because he knew he was going to get just destroyed.
Money gets you off. I think we're starting to see that.
They really should have brought up Mace as a witness because that dude had to become a preacher
Yeah.
to get the
He was-
Diddy stink off of him.
He was so disgusted. He's like, I'm out. I'm done being famous and making millions. I'm going to go
Right.
preach.
He's like, I'm done with these freak offs.
Yeah.
I'm turning to God.
Loser.
And he was
Freak offs.
popular at the time.
Yeah.
Like he was maybe not the height of his fame, but he was still up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mace was rolling.
But I think the jury got that right.
Yeah. I mean, it probably wasn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
What I find interesting was the sheer amount of drugs that were found on his handler, and none of that ever.
Well, yeah, I think, people were saying, well, what about the rapes and the batteries and all that? But that's state law. The state courts can go after that. But
Oh, so he's still going to be mired in the court.
I don't know.
I would think so, right? I can't imagine it's over at this point.
It's over. He's perfect. He's a saint.
I mean, he might just...
He
might-
accidentally drove some prostitutes which, let it be known, he was just trying to get them to safety.
Yeah.
He was trying to get them out of a bad situation and get them back to a mansion. He was going to give them some chicken noodle soup.
Yep.
In a Pontiac.
Diddy's house for wayward women.
Yeah.
Yes, he was just trying to help. It's not my fault they kept fucking. How's that on Diddy? It was just ingrained in him.
Good point.
I feel bad.
You
This
should
guy
feel
was
bad. for
trying
him.
to be a saint.
Yeah.
Well, he's clear.
Yeah, he might get out with time served.
That's what I heard.
Might.
He will.
He will.
He will.
This is it's I don't know. It's great. I can't believe it. Like
He'll get sued to death in civil court and have to come off millions of dollars.
Oh, he
but-
settled for $20 million
Oh, did he?
with Cassie.
Yeah, but he'll catch more, I'm sure, right?
It sounds like it. I think a bunch of claims have been filed recently.
he's got so much money though. I think he'll be okay. This is crazy. The guy was obviously up to no good, and has been for a long time.
All the stuff I heard about it was his mom was in court every day, and like everyone was like, how can his mother sit there and listen to all this? Like,
She was at the freak offs, dude. That was the best part of the freak offs was fucking Diddy's mom.
Wasn't that part of her profession as well? Like originally?
Fucking Diddy.
No.
leading freak offs.
Didn't she do some? Didn't she dabble in some prostitution in her younger days?
She was like,
Oh, I have no idea.
she was like a wedding planner, but a freak off planner.
She was the best.
It's a niche market.
It's a niche market, but
Yeah.
I mean, look, you got to get all the KY.
Yeah.
You got to get all the drugs. Like it's hard to pull that together for the average person.
That was weird too, the amount of lube they found, and they kept bringing up because it's like, are you doing like a old school KY wrestling match? Like, what do you need gallons of that stuff for?
It's a lot of KY,
Yeah.
man. There's a lot of sore people.
You think they would see like
Maybe they weren't sore. Maybe they were perfectly smooth.
If I go twice in 24 hours, I'm sore the next day. I couldn't imagine going
You need
twice
gallons
every
of
20
you
minutes.
need gallons of KY.
think they saw spikes like in their sales? Because I mean, if you're buying that stuff in bulk, like why is this CVS? Why they just buy 4 dozen
Yeah,
cases?
the KY rep out by Diddy's house is just killing it. And they're like, what's your secret? And he's like, I just make sure that I place it prominently in the CVS. Oh, no, I guess I'm just good.
Whatever the Homer Simpson sitting in the nuclear plant and the alarms go off, like that's happening at the KY plant when Diddy comes through town. Like, I don't know what's going on over on the East Coast.
We are selling a shit ton of KY. To consensual people,
The
apparently.
machines are cavitating because they're not producing enough. Like, looks like something out of like the old sitcom where like the beer bottles are coming down. They can't bottle them fast enough. They're just stacking up.
It's spilling everywhere.
Yeah.
Now everything's all
Everybody's
slippery.
slipping.
Oh. Yeah, what about all those deaths?
Yeah,
Happened at the KY factory.
he should be held accountable.
He should be, but he won't be.
No,
Because he was merely transporting the KY.
the KY.
He wasn't actually doing anything wrong. It's deli time.
It's deli time. What's in the? What am I looking for?
Ooh, the new realm tiki like a fox. I don't even know what that means.
Freaky tiki.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. It's the tiki like a fox, and it. I mean, what is that?
That is glamorous packaging, by the way.
It really caught
Damn.
my eye. It really caught my eye.
Shit.
I was pretty excited to get
And
my
the
hands on it.
can is, it just blows away that shit from the last time.
It's got that shadow.
Goddamn drop shadow bullshit.
Drop shadow.
Oh, it does. Oh, nope, condensation.
Is the real term crazy like a fox?
Yeah, why is it tiki like a fox?
Because it's freaky. New realm.
Yeah, so
It's very dark ages.
The marketing department was trying to get out of there on a Friday afternoon. They're like, "What do you got?" Tiki like a fox.
know, man.
All right.
fair
You know,
enough.
like, this fox. I had an idea about a fox. What do you want?
Well, New Realm's everywhere now. They got breweries in Atlanta and Charleston and like Charlotte.
6.5 tropical hazy IPA.
It's going to be the best. The best. Whew, I can tell you, it does not taste like Miller Lite.
This is Atlanta and Virginia Beach.
Yeah, they're all over. So everyone in the South should be able to find these.
Keep pulling out my phone to use the light, and I forgot I had this really nifty
A credit card.
credit card with a magnifying glass
Ooh,
Apparently,
and a light.
apparently, New Realm has a beer called Hazy Like a Fox.
oh,
So this is
just
the-
the tropical.
The subshoot of that.
Still doesn't make sense, but okay.
Well, hazy, crazy. It rhymes.
Yeah, and now it's tiki.
No, the hazy like a fox sounds. This sounds dumb.
No, it's tiki like a fox.
Okay.
Oh, I just came from the beach. I was all fired up. I wanted to keep the dream alive. And they've definitely added some tropical
What y'all
notes.
do at the beach?
Beach stuff.
Did y'all go to the beach every day?
Most days. Most days. There was 2 days I did not.
Smells delicious.
2 days I did not make it to the beach, which is pretty good for a week and with my skin. Mm-hmm. I spent a lot of time in the shade and wearing sun shirts and getting made fun of by teenagers. Beach stuff.
I love sun shirts.
Was that on or off
They're the
your
best.
skateboard?
We had a golf cart, so beach days were golf cart bound. Which I found out my dog can sit in the back of a golf cart and not jump. I was pretty excited about that. He's a good dog.
My dog loves golf cart rides.
Yeah, your dog's incredible at it.
He just sits between the wife and I and kicks it. Watches the world go by.
So want to share
So
a.
that's what they're doing. The Mai Tai twist.
Yeah, you want to read that?
Sure. Once again, New Realm Brewing has gone and broken the rules with our new Tiki Like a Fox Hazy IPA. It doesn't rhyme because we don't care. They didn't put that part. We have taken our most popular hazy IPA, Hazy Like a Fox, and transported it to the islands, creating a totally unique brew. A hazy IPA with all the juicy hops you love, but with a fun tropical Mai Tai twist. So kick back and relax any time of the year to bask in the spirit of aloha.
So they should have put that on the can. We had to go to the website to get all that. Mm-hmm. It's really, I mean, I was looking for the story on the can. I was very entertained by the design of the label, but then there's no narrative or nothing.
The Mai Tai, though,
On
is
the
what
can.
I was saying is like pineapple-y, coconutty in my head. But that Mai Tais have a special liqueur in there. It creates that flavor. And that kind of is it.
It doesn't bite like IPAs. I know it's an IPA, but it doesn't.
Most of the hazies have a lot softer bite.
It's a little soft. So I was going to share a little technique our bartender was intrigued by the other night, that when you mispour a beer into a cup like I just did, and you have a huge head on it, you can rub the oil off the side of your nostril on a finger,
Dude,
and stick it into
Did you just turn
the head.
17?
I did, and no,
I've literally known that since '94.
But the guy had never heard it before, and I was like,
you told the bartender this?
yeah, and he was like, no way, unless he was mocking me. But I was
now
like,
he's putting
like, dude, like you rub the oil off and then it kills the head. He's like, I've never heard that before.
now he's putting nose juice in everybody's
yeah,
beers.
there you go.
He was definitely fucking with you. Or he was 22.
He was a youngin. He was He was
Okay.
21, 2-ish.
I can tell you this beer is
He went through COVID and doesn't know anything.
interesting. As far as an IPA goes, it's not overwhelming. There's an aftertaste in the back of it though. That's just sitting in my mouth. It's not an IPA bitter. It's something else.
It's like peach.
Yeah, but it sits wrong.
It's got a lot of flavors going on in it.
It's got a lot of flavor. Well, Mai Tai does too. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that that's what they're going after.
There's a lot of adjectives on the name too. It's just tropical, tiki.
But as far as IPAs
New.
go, I'm going to literally put this down the middle. It's a 2.5 for me. I don't love it. I'm going to finish them. It's at least a 6-pack that if it sits here, I'm not going to hate on it.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty middling IPA. That's a 2.5 for me.
Yeah, the first drink, I really liked the flavor, but now that it's sitting on my palate, that funk is gross. But again, it tastes fine on the front end, so I'm with you right down the middle. It's just if I were to give it something other than 2.5, I would go up.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not like I can't wait to recommend this for the masses.
And I really wanted to.
I'd like to try the Crazy Like a Fox and see what that tastes like.
Hazy.
Hazy Like a Fox.
I feel like we've had it. That's why I didn't buy it. But
before
maybe
they
we haven't.
before they bastardized it with some artificial Mai Tai.
Yeah, like
flavoring.
however they did that, it's really just hanging in my mouth, and that's what turns me off. Because my first sip I really liked,
Agreed.
but then by like the fourth sip, I was like, wait.
Yeah, first sip, I was like, damn, this is really good. I hate IPAs and I love this. It's amazing. Then I waited about 20 seconds.
I mean, I'm going to finish it.
Do you want to score it, Jay?
I'm going to my LaCroix
Ooh,
mojito.
I'm going to go 2.25.
Again.
new stew.
New stew. Doing
did that
new
on
stew
purpose.
shit.
I
Did
did.
that on purpose.
2.30 maybe.
So 2.5.
Just because of the...
He did not.
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
He did not do that on purpose.
You're going to have one of these, and then you're never going to have the rest of it. It's going to sit in the back of the refrigerator or in the crisper, and it's just going to sit there until somebody comes over and you pawn it off on them or give it to a neighbor. That's what's going to happen.
So 2. I'm trying to figure out, are you 2 or 2.5? Where are you?
I'll round down and go 2, just so that I'm not new stew all the time.
God, this beer's not doing well. Dave, you're the IPA lover. Bring it home.
I like it.
Here we go. All right. Tell us the redeeming qualities.
It's going to average out.
Give it the high score.
It's going to average out. It's there's just so many other of those mass-produced hazy-ish IPAs, and it's not as good as those, and it's certainly not as good as like your local, Triple Crossing or Vale or something like that. But if this was the only IPA on the menu, I wouldn't be upset, and I'd order it. I give it a 3.
So 2.5.
It definitely evens out.
There we go.
It does. In Stu's defense and New Stu's defense, it's cool looking.
Oh, it's
for what that's worth.
pretty.
But yeah, 2.5.
It's very attractive packaging.
Yeah, this is a stripper.
Yeah,
They should have put the damn narrative
looks
on
good,
the
tastes a
can.
little funny.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Is that baby powder and chlamydia? Yeah.
And poor life choices.
And glitter.
The glitter's always the kiss of death, isn't it? Kiss of fucking death. They do that intentionally to get rid of the married guys. Because the married guys don't get too close and too
Yeah.
handsy.
What do they care? They won't take a married guy's money?
That's just what I've always heard. That's what the glitter is to.
Full of shit.
Look, I think if you go home and you get yelled at, then you come back because this is the only woman you have. More opportunity for money.
Oh, so you're saying now you're locked in.
You're locked in.
Yeah.
Now,
I thought you said it was to keep the married guys away.
but the married guys who do get in trouble and then they come back and then their new wife is Mercedes.
Oh my God.
Who turns out to
You
be
don't think they get
Kimberly.
enjoyment out of wrecking a home?
I'm saying, like, nothing that you just said makes any sense.
So apparently I have read this like in other countries in particular, like this is a thing they do to like, cause their morals are intact. They don't want to fuck around with married guys. The glitter keeps them off. The single guys don't care.
Okay, so a whole strip club full of dancers with glitter. Married guys just stay away. They never go into a strip club.
I'm just saying this is what I've read. Why don't you look it up? Why do strippers wear so much fucking glitter?
Because it looks
makes them
good.
shimmer.
Yeah, it makes their skin look good under the.
I mean, I tell you,
Lights?
it blinds you from the sores. It does work. You barely notice until the sores are on you and the glitter's worn off.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Maybe I should put some glitter on it.
Yeah. Nah, baby, it's cool. Look how shiny it is.
You go to a doctor and you're like, "How do I get rid of this?" Just rub some glitter on it.
It's
Will
like
I
the
get
old-
rid of it?
And leave it
Not-
on. Leave it on
Not
it
at all.
forever.
Well, not get rid of it,
the
but you'll
equivalent of
be
rubbing-
distracted.
Yeah, you just, oh, look how shiny that sore is.
Put the glitter on the other side from the sore so it draws the eye away.
So I don't see
That's good
I don't see anything in a quick search about the morality of wearing glitter. I see a lot of confidence building and blah blah blah.
Okay.
And then
I'm willing to be wrong. I don't care.
this one stripper's on there and says, I am a stripper and I am required to wear lots of glitter. It's getting all over my furniture and blah, 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 blah. So
repellent.
she doesn't even want to wear it.
But
the
it
strip club
repels.
is making her. And I refuse to believe that the club owner wants to keep married men away.
Yeah, it's this moral code.
Yeah.
So what happens if they're drinking Michelob Ultra when they walk in?
Then you know. Then you know. Tan on the ring finger.
They'll stop selling
tan line.
Michelob Ultra because they don't want to ruin marriages.
That's right.
Wait, the glitter's not going to be enough tonight, guys.
We're going to have to lock up the Mick Ultras.
Drinking Mich Ultra.
There it is. I'm proven wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong.
Douchebags.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Douchebags drinking Michelob Ultra.
I often wonder if women do anything in the looks department because of dudes.
I want to limit my sources of income.
They want the attention. But then
but-
when you give it to them, they're like,
I think they want
Pig.
the attention of other women more than dudes. And not attention like I want to hook up, but like, damn, that person looks better than me.
you ever seen a woman in a strip club? They get way more
Yeah.
attention than any dude in the
Well,
strip
I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah, I think it's to like
Like when girls get really
signal.
done up,
It's to signal to the other women,
Hey.
I'm badass.
I'm better looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm badass.
And my clothes are on.
Because women get
And you're
upset.
naked with glitter.
Yeah.
Well,
Like if the
I
guys-
think you can also throw in a confidence boost in there. They might do it for themselves.
I believe that. But that she's a woman, so she's doing it for herself. That's still doing it for women.
Got you on the account. Not gonna lie, you had him in the first half.
I withdraw my argument.
Troy's point stands.
Yes.
They're doing it for women. Oh, I heard about something weird this week. I'm kind of excited about. Chuck E. Cheese, who declared bankruptcy a few years ago, had to shut down some stores and is trying to keep going. That was
They used to kill it with the pop-up pizza joints.
Yes, what was that called?
Squally.
Pasquale's Pizza. That's right. If you ever do go on DoorDash or Uber Eats and you find a Pasquale Pizza,
that was
in your
Chuck
area,
E. Cheese in disguise.
It's Chuck
Yeah.
E. Cheese's ghost kitchen.
Interesting.
And you'd be like, oh, there's a new pizza place.
Yeah.
And Pasquale's
No.
a good name.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
Like it works. Their marketing department worked overtime
Yeah.
on that one. Like, I've got it. It's Pasquale's. It doesn't even sound like a rat. It's perfect.
They're like, so we're not going with Chuck's Pizza?
So funny you say that. Chuck E. Cheese, because they've been going through all of these problems, they've decided to try to reinvent themselves, and they just opened like 12 new stores that are called Chuck's Arcade. And Chuck's Arcade is a grown-up version of Chuck E. Cheese.
Are those still popular? Like at
They're-
Dave & Buster's, they're still crushing?
I don't think so. But they're trying to be super nostalgic and go after the people from the 80s who would go to the mall.
Adult ball crawl.
Which has already been done with the arcade bars that are, I mean, at least
Yeah,
in Richmond.
arcades.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the difference with the barcades is
They don't have the animatronic band.
well, they put them in cool places.
Yeah, hip places.
Chuck's Arcades are exclusively
Strip mall.
thus far going in malls
Oh, nice.
because it's super cheap, and they're putting the arcades in the malls. They're calling it Chuck's Arcade, and they're making it look crazy retro, like an 80s arcade. They have all the 80s games, so they're going with the old school, and then they have the new school. But then
I'd swing by that.
all of the prizes that they're selling and everything is like retro. It's like 80s style prizes and
Well,
stuff.
our kids are old enough that they don't go to Chuck E. Cheese anymore. So, like, if I were in a mall and they had one of those, I'd be like, let's swing in there.
When's the last time you went to a mall?
A couple months ago, maybe.
That wasn't for a fire code violation.
I don't go there for that. I go to the mall because I like to walk around the mall.
Troy likes to go places where there's asbestos, right? Is that what you're...
I never pictured Troy as an adult mall rat.
Troy would go to the mall.
Awesome.
You go into Old Navy, get a cheap shirt.
Yeah.
That's what I go to the mall.
Stop
I go to the
at
mall.
Spencer's.
Actually, I haven't been in Old Navy in 10, 15 years, but I'll wander around a mall.
I don't know. I don't mind a mall.
I mean, there's a mall 2 miles from my house, like,
I've been in the mall.
and it's indoors, so it's like it's a dinosaur because it's an indoor mall. Those aren't around anymore, but like you can go in there and get out of the heat.
I've been in the mall probably like 4 times this year.
Or cold and rain. Actually, that was probably one of the last times I went there. It was a nasty day, and I was like tired of sitting around the house, and I was like, let's go to the mall and wander around.
The food court.
Hit the shoe
They don't
stores.
depress you.
No.
They depress me because I'm used to the late 80s when they were just filled with energy.
Well, so that's what Chuck's Arcade is trying to do. They're trying to have the old school arcade feel, put it in malls exclusively, and see if they can draw people in. Now, what's fucking weird about this is when I read the article, they said, and this store has beer and pizza. They literally called out a store that has beer and pizza. So I almost feel like they're genuinely trying to create an arcade, and they're seeing if the beer pizza model works better in these stores and not. So some of them are literally just arcades.
Don't they all have beer and pizza?
All Chuck E. Cheese's do. But the Chuck's Arcade, it doesn't sound like they all have beer and
I
pizza.
feel like without beer and pizza,
That's
you're
a
gonna
miss.
you're gonna miss.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
because
saying.
that's where the markup is.
I don't think there's enough draw
right.
to drag my ass
a
out
quarter-
to go play Pac-Man.
For
What-
$2.
Yeah,
Like,
well-
all those games are like
Yeah. How much?
$1.50.
Yeah, I was going to say, how much is it to play a retro Pac-Man game?
Probably a quarter.
I doubt it.
They probably upgraded everything to the new system where you buy the card and you get 50,000 points and you're like, hell
Lame.
yeah. And then you swipe your card in the first game and you're out 8,000 points. You're
Lame.
like,
Right. What just happened?
What kind of Monopoly money are we playing with?
You
in
can't
here?
set your quarters up in line to like claim the next in line.
Which
all that
which
stuff.
actually, if they were going to go retro, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
No,
totally.
Chuck E. Cheese, you get the tokens and you get the bucket of tokens and you can actually see how much fun you have left.
That I like.
Yeah, I love that.
That I like. The Dave and Buster's card, it gives you a real false sense of
It
security.
really does. Then you end up with some weird number that like doesn't work on any machine,
Yeah.
which is by design. So you're like, let's put more money on
I'll
it.
just put another 5 in.
Yeah.
But I don't. Do you think this will
Racket.
work? I mean, like they're going full retro.
Other than Dave's point that malls just aren't thriving, I don't see. I mean, I like the premise, but malls themselves are dying. So I don't know, like, when malls were thriving, yeah, this would probably work. But malls are dying. So I don't know.
Amazon's killed the video store.
But malls could reinvent themselves as something else, and
Maybe.
this could be.
Man, Chuck E. Cheese filed for bankruptcy 5 years ago, and then they've spent $350 million in remodels since then.
It's a very strange bankruptcy.
It's like Toys R Us.
Yeah, but that's gone.
Yeah, it's long
that
gone.
was heartbreaking.
That was just
I
a
heard they're
tragedy.
coming back.
I know they have an online component, but I don't know. I didn't know if they're coming back at
That's what I heard.
physical stores.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope they fix the R.
So
Just get the
apparently,
giraffe out of
here's
there.
also a weird thing. They're putting
Don't
like
speak on Jeffrey like that. I'm not gonna fucking listen
they're
to
putting
that.
members
giraffe.
of the Chuck E. Cheese band in every store, but they're not animatronic. It's almost like no, they're like in a case. Like it's like a museum piece.
That's lame.
It's like you show up, but they're the old outfits, not like the new version. This is like Chuck from the 80s. And he's like standing there. It's like a Hard Rock.
They should have spent $350 million and bought Five Nights at Freddy's. I guarantee you that would have sold really well.
What
Could've.
they should do a version where they blend the new version of that, where it's like a trampoline park and a Chuck E. Cheese.
Or at Chuck's Arcade next door to the Chuck E. Cheese, and only 21 or older.
Yeah.
Or they just sell beer to underage kids, and then
Actually,
they'll make
there's a
million.
business model in that. I think that would work.
So my daughter was recently in Europe, and before she went, I said, you're going to be able to drink wherever you go. She's 17, and I said, just be responsible, whatever. And when she got back, I was like, did you go to McDonald's? And she's like, yeah, we ate McDonald's one time. I said, well, when I was in Europe, they had taps in McDonald's where you could buy beer. And she goes, oh yeah, we're at the kiosk, and it's like, hey, are you 18? And you check yes. And then,
Nice.
and then you just walk up and get a beer. And I was like, the European people do not give a flying shit
That
how
is
old you are.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what goes
she was
great with this
responsible
Big
and
Mac?
did not get drunk
A
at
fucking
McDonald's.
beer.
Some chicken McNuggets and
Yeah.
a beer.
There's certain things that I don't want a beer with.
All fast food.
Like Big Macs.
I think, yeah, you're right. All fast
Yeah.
food.
I'm never like
pizza and beer.
You know what this
That's a winner.
You know
Pizza
what
and
this-
beer is great, but
underage-
soda's good too.
Underage drinking, pizza, beer.
Not
There you
like
go.
this Chick-fil-A sandwich needs to be chased with a fucking beer.
Oh, yeah, nice and big hoppy
Yeah.
beer. Chick-fil-A sandwich with some pickles. It just doesn't even sound.
No.
Ugh, barf.
I think I would just. Dave, what are you frantically searching up? over
Imagine puking up fast food.
there? You just researching Chuck's Arcade?
No, there was some new federal law that came in that I wanted to, but I wasn't supposed to be called out on the air.
Well, you're here and you're staring at your phone.
Well, I can't find it.
What's the new federal law?
It says everyone that's 18 can buy beer at the mall.
No, it says you're breaking the law if you drink underage out of the country.
That's how beers could come back. Set
that's
themselves up as like an embassy, and then like you can buy beer. Like at 18,
That's right. There you go.
the malls would be packed.
It's the Dutch.
Topic
It's
be
the
selling
Dutch.
like crazy.
If I remember correctly, the states can change the drinking age, but isn't it like tied to federal funding for roads or something like that?
Yeah, you're like, hey, we're gonna go back to 18. And you're like, and that's fine. You have the right to do that. We also have the right not to do your highways,
Yeah.
not to give you any assistance or no federal
yeah.
aid for such
Bummer.
and such. Like that was the whole thing with the speed limits.
Yeah.
Because like Montana was like, we think 85 is a reasonable speed limit. And then there was at one time Montana was like, we don't have speed limits on these roads because they're literally fucking straight and you
no
can
one's
see
here.
everything. Yeah, there's no one out here. So go as fast as you want. And the government was like, that's fine and all, but we're not going to help you with your roads. We're not going to give you the money for this. And eventually they buckled. They're like, we can't.
Would they drop it to 80?
55.
No.
Yeah. That was the original impetus for the Cannonball Run. It was to protest all the states.
But that's not the speed limit these days.
No, I'm talking.
No,
this
now
is
you
like
get 70, which is actually
It's 75 in parts of North Carolina.
that's fucking
But
awesome.
I'm saying when it went from every state just doing what they want, they all ratcheted it down to 55 because Congress said, if you go down to 55, we'll give you hundreds of millions of dollars, and if you just keep it the same, you don't get that money. And that's where the whole like Sammy Hagar can't drive.
I can't
55,
drive.
I didn't know that.
All that's from that era.
But that didn't last very long.
I think it lasted 15, 20 years.
So Cannonball Run was a protest.
Yeah.
Damn. And they had Lamborghinis and hot women.
That's how I like to
Yeah.
protest.
The maximum speed limits in the United States vary by state and by road type. Several states allow a maximum speed of 75 miles per hour on certain highways, while some have 80 miles per hour limits on specific roadways. Texas has the fastest speed limit in the United States at 85 on a 41-mile stretch of State Highway 130.
Because they don't need federal money. 'Cause they're Texas. And they're going to annex themselves anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's like Key West tried to annex themselves. They were the Conch Republic.
Oh, is that what that was? That's
They-
what the Conquer
I'm wrong
is?
about-
They defected.
From AI, I'm wrong about North Carolina. 70 miles per hour is the fastest there. 75 is Arizona, Colorado, Idaho, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming.
Just a list of cool states.
80 miles per hour. Montana, Nevada, South Dakota, Texas. I just said Texas. Oh, Wyoming and No. Yeah, why is Texas on 80 miles per hour and 75? North Dakota.
Nothing makes sense anymore. Fucking AI.
What happens in North and South Dakota?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever hear anything about
A
those
couple medium large cities, and outside of that, I think the Dakotas and like Wyoming have like the least per capita
Money or education?
people.
Oh,
Like
oops.
you can drive as fast as you want because the chances of you seeing anyone are basically slim to none once you get outside of a town.
So you can do 95. I'm not going to see anybody.
Yeah.
Does 66 run through the Dakotas? Because
No.
you've done you go under the Dakotas.
Yeah.
All right.
And most of 66 is gone, so you're really jumping on and off and getting on highways.
I watched that documentary, Cars. Mm-hmm. That's sad.
It's true. That's exactly how it went. That's the crazy part.
I know. It was a rough documentary.
Yeah.
Rough documentary. You guys watching Horror Island?
No.
No?
What is it?
Oh, Love Island.
Oh. I was like,
Is there glitter?
Horror Island sounds like a show that could be on today.
Oh, it's Love Island. My girls keep watching it. They watch it all the time.
Mick Ultra
Is it
and
kid
glitter.
friendly?
No,
okay.
no. But I've given up.
Okay.
And Horror Island is like, it's the worst, but I guess it is like a phenomenon. Like I'm talking to like,
Dude, my one of my sons had it on, and I was like, what are you doing?
they're all watching Horror Island. And I keep,
When you walked in, was he like, nothing?
Yeah. Why is it's summer? Why is a blanket on your lap?
Bro.
they're all making out and doing shit. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? They're challenging, they're coupling up. I'm like blown away, but I'm laughing at my kids going, oh, you're watching Horror Island again.
And then you're watching it.
Well, I'm aware of enough.
It's like the tractor beam of the Death Star. It just pulls me in.
But so like I've been talking about it with like adults. Like, what the fuck is this? Man, every woman like is fully aware of Love Island.
One of the podcasts I listened to, the Levitard Show, a bunch of the dudes watch it.
People,
They talk about it on there.
it is the worst damn show.
I can't believe any like that. To say that has zero interest in me, I'm probably rounding up.
You're probably
But I'm
actually way overestimating how much you would like it. Overestimating. I've never seen anything with so little value.
Tell them it's a documentary.
It is a documentary.
Then I would be in.
It's
On
happening-
horse.
Yeah, it's just Whore Island.
Yeah, you watch one on mermaids. Why not watch one on horse?
It's amazing.
I mean, if we're being truthful, I'd watch it if it wasn't on network television.
Right.
Like if it was legit showing some shit, I'd be like, all right, I'm back in.
Oh, if I could watch these people just bang,
Yeah.
You know, like
okay,
porn.
no, yeah, like it's like Big Brother.
It's hard.
You could just
I'll have
watch
you know.
porn.
They edit it down just
Yeah.
to show us the best banging.
Or at least like some topless or,
You
something.
just cut from room to room. And
Actually, we're not far from it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Starbucks. Like hand jobs.
who has not done? Why have they not done this already? I'm like a porn.
I'm sure.
Way.
I'm sure you can Google
It's-
Whore Island.
You don't think there's not a Love Island parody in porn? You're not looking.
it's-
No, but I'm
a-
saying like actually make it a reality
Yeah,
show.
yeah. It's
Like,
a
you
reality
have-
porn, like for
you have
real.
20 women and 20
Like,
dudes who show up.
Hey, you guys are gonna have sex a lot, and we're gonna film the whole
We're
thing.
gonna film it. Like you're gonna have to sign these waivers.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them should have an STD. Oh, and you have to figure out who it is.
Damn it!
Oh, the
That would-
Nobody knows.
mole. Yeah.
Someone is leaving with
It'd be
an
actually-
STD.
the Wart.
Yeah, and you have to figure out who it is.
Next week on Whore Island.
And it would go so fast. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the best part about it is like, but I never banged Rich. You're like, but you see, Rich banged Kathy.
Damn it!
You'd see the cork board with all the pictures and
Yeah.
the
like
yarn going back and forth.
beautiful
If you
mind.
test positive, you have to leave, but you also have to guess who is the Wart.
Oh, shit.
I like this. This is a fun show. And then if a couple can make it out though without getting it, that's how you win.
No couples.
It's like Hunger Games mixed in.
Yeah, we have some morality here.
Yeah,
no
no
couples.
couples.
Dave, you're going to have to come to the clinic for our test right now, okay? Yeah, you have it. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. It would change the whole like reveal party, be like you get a rose, you get penicillin.
Yeah.
It would really mix things up.
It's a bonus. I won the
Penicillin
challenge.
would be like a power up
And you
for
know,
the week.
and the funny thing is, you have access to condoms.
No, I was going to say
The whole time.
Exactly.
Yes, you have access to condoms
if
the
you-
whole time.
No, you don't. If you win the challenge, you get a condom.
No, I think just condoms are everywhere because
Yeah.
human nature will take over.
Right.
Then
And-
one dude's gonna be like,
Jeff Probst.
"It's not me."
Would you
comes
have,
out. Welcome to Dave's Chlamydia Island.
Yeah,
would you have
It's-
access to Diddy's KY stash?
Of course.
of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Just making
What-
sure we're all on the same page
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
This is awesome.
Shh, it's just me, Casper.
Damn, we'll make millions.
Lots of Michelob Ultra.
Mick Ultra everywhere.
This has got
condoms everywhere, and
It's a
you gotta
solid
see if you can
10
make it.
seasons. 10 seasons easily.
But baby, come on, don't you love me? I'm not the Wart.
Yeah.
But you are.
Yeah, the whole prize goes to if based on percentage of infection increases that the Wart can make happen.
Oh yes.
Or on the other side of the coin, who can like
But if they're
Clo-
voted out, then they lose all the money, and the people that got the vote correct take the money.
So
or the
now,
person
now it's at home. I'm into it. Like, can I vote from home?
Oh, that could be a.
it's like American Idol.
or the person
No,
who
no, I think the people at home are in on the season.
No. I'm a bet on who I think the Wart is, and then I'm going for the Wart's cash. I gotta pick my sides. We could make a reality show.
A documentary.
Oh, Jesus.
What disease is the most easily transmissible?
It's got to be chlamydia, right? And that's the easiest to cure. You don't want to put herpes out there.
No, I don't want to give them AIDS.
Right.
No, I want it to be.
That could be the like celebrity version.
Or what if we cut to the lab in the intro of the show and it shows them brewing up whatever this like disease is?
Oh, we'll create a new disease.
Yeah.
And it turns your skin blue.
Well,
Like that's the only thing it does to you. It's like
then
food
you
color.
know who the mole was.
No, because the one dude would be like we would give him the antidote.
Yeah, he's got
but
the
he would
weird
still
var-
be a carrier.
He's got the what do you call the what was the COVID thing?
We could call it Smurfs.
When you had COVID, but you didn't. What was it called? The person who carried it, but it didn't have the symptoms.
Yeah, they're
Asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic.
Yeah, the asymptomatic carrier. That's what we wanted for that guy.
just naturally immune.
Yeah.
But can carry.
I mean, what are the symptoms that would be observable with chlamydia?
Burning pee.
That's not observable.
Troy hates this topic. Troy hates this topic. I know when Troy's it because he just shuts the fuck up. Like he hasn't said a word.
I tried, but I got cut off 3 times in a row. So I'm just
Oh, so you're just out of frustration.
Well, I'm just done talking about this.
So you don't want to do the Wart. It's not a good.
Doesn't matter what I want.
We want you to be on the Wart. You're the executive producer. We can't do this without you. This was your idea.
No, I had an idea, but
We could have fireworks.
Well, what's the idea?
it's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
I tried to say it. It's gone.
Now I want to know his idea. Was it the best idea?
Probably not. But it was probably funny at the time. But
Oh, so it was one of those. The moment's gone. It's not
Yeah.
that the idea was so good
yeah,
that it was going to save the show. It was just the
nothing
joke.
can save this.
It was it was a timing issue.
The infection is in all of us. It's over.
We've all been
Yeah.
infected by the war.
Yeah.
Next week on Whore Island.
But Bobby, no.
Troy, come down to the clinic, please.
My idea was pay out the person who beds the most other people without getting.
Yeah, that's what, so your goal is to bang
Yeah.
as many people without catching it. So
Yeah.
you have to be.
And it's like Squid Game. You can leave now if you want and take the cash, or you could roll the dice.
Nope, I'm voting blue. We're staying. Circle.
I don't know why I'm so entertained by this.
These shows are so weird to me. They're just.
That's what
It's
this
like
show
who
is.
watches The Bachelor and Bachelorette? Like it's
a
one of the
train
most
wreck.
popular shows ever.
People
And
want to see the train crash.
The Bachelor and the Bachelorette are way more G-rated.
Yeah, but
than
this is
Whore Island.
this is a turn to 11 version of that. Those
Yeah, this
shows
is-
like
Real consequences next week.
it's like there was one on that was I don't even know what the name was, but they did do the couples like,
Temptation Island.
Yes, and like who like what couple is going to sign up for this and not expect all hell to break loose?
These people are. They're just looking for love.
There's a lot of islands, huh?
A lot of islands. Because you got to put them on the island. Diddy
you
should
can't get off.
Diddy should have bought an island.
So
Yeah.
I've got another
Like
challenge.
Epstein.
If-
That works out.
If you win,
never got caught.
If you win the challenge, you get the vaccine for the STD thing.
It's a good prize.
Yeah.
It's a real good prize.
And then the blue goes away.
yeah. You're not
Oh
blue.
shit! I'm back, baby.
I would love to see people turn blue. Just wake up. Zoinks!
Sorry, Dave. I cut you off. I was really excited about my idea.
Some dude's like totally worth it.
But the blue would mess up the secret transmission. That's the problem. You got to have the.
What if it was like a reverse Ozempic situation?
You got to have.
It made
the-
you gain weight.
Oh, and you're like,
And then you're like, I don't know.
That would,
So-and-so's put on
that
a lot of
would
weight.
definitely stamp out
but then
transmission.
you're like Martha's cheeks are a little puffy. You're like,
you don't want to watch fat people going at it.
No, but it wouldn't come on right away. Ozempic moves slowly. This would have to be like a 6-month thing, and at the end, you just have like these much larger people. Be like, they got it.
Imagine being on The Bachelor or Bachelorette and like you're the last couple and you try to like make it work, and then you're like watching back the show at your like house with all your friends and family, and you're like, oh, that's
She
her,
made out with
that's
who?
her making out with 8 other dudes that night, and then that's her going to the room and sleeping with 2 or 3 people like
I'm pretty sure that happens.
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's got to be weird, right? Like.
I think the people that sign up for that know what they're getting into.
I think anyone that signs up for any reality show at this point, it's a angle.
Yeah,
It's a
they're looking for fame.
yeah.
You know, Dad, that's all just like editing. I didn't really sleep with any of those guys.
Cut to the audio. Oh, this is us definitely having sex in here.
Wait, I'm blue. Fuck.
Yeah, we would have to genetically engineer an STD that only lasts for a couple months and is only transmissible at this latitude and longitude so that we didn't ruin the world.
Yeah, that outbreak would be bad.
Pregnancy.
People just start turning blue everywhere across the world.
Pregnancy.
You just get like the most fertile dudes in the world. Again, the most fertile women in the world.
Hey, babe, I got super sperm.
Put them on the island. Mm-hmm. And then you got to figure out whose kid it is. So the show actually lasts a year. The first 3 months are super exciting. And then it's like, at the end of the 9 months, you got to figure out who the dad is. And then you have to marry that person.
Oof.
But you don't. But
That's
you don't
too
get,
far.
But you
That's
don't get
too
to
much.
do a DNA test till you
That's
leave
if
the
you
island.
lose.
No, after you leave the island, you get the DNA test. But you're already married. You're like, it's got to be him.
You're asking a lot of the average person now because people are really quick to have kids and still not get married.
I just
People are
think,
like, that's a bridge too far. Yes,
just-
we have 2 kids, but
I
not
think
ready
for,
to get
for
married.
fame though.
Weird.
people will do anything for
I think
fame.
we could put a lot out there.
Where are we going to be in 25 years?
Hoping I'm on Whore Island.
With your thin skin on a skateboard.
Yeah. Who's the bloody guy?
He'll be riding around on something electric and 4 wheels, but I don't think it's going to be a skateboard. Be a power chair.
Beep, beep. My little rascal.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude. That
so
actually
it'll be
sounds-
tricked out.
Oh, it's going to be super
Yeah.
tricked out. Have tassels
Yeah.
hanging off it. It's going to be pretty cool.
Loofahs.
Yeah, different colors.
Nah, it's all the colors. Yeah. All the way around.
I'm a freak elite.
I do it all.
Whore Island, sponsored by Michelob Ultra.
And penicillin. They got to test them all before they send them off to Love Island, right?
Except for the one.
Wart.
You're
Which is-
assuming all of a sudden already happened on Love Island. There's somebody there with something passing it around. That's for damn sure.
It seems to me that at this stage of the game, they're passing around a lot of crying. It seems to be very contagious.
So for
So
the
they're pregnant?
No, they're just crying a lot.
for the uninitiated, what this Love Island show is it? The Bachelorette style, where like
It's
you're
not.
trying to get to the end and become a couple.
It's
But
hun-
there's not one person of the other sex. Like there's equal numbers of the
Yeah,
two
but
sexes.
I'm assuming there's voting off and people dropping out.
There
like,
is.
what is the how do you win? What's the end goal?
So it gets voted on by people at home.
Oh,
And so you're like, I want this fucker out. And like,
he's an asshole or she's a bitch or
but
something.
then they have like the people from the other islands come over. So like new hotties get dropped off.
the others, like from the Lost.
Again, I still don't know what the game is.
Yeah, how do you win?
All right. So say we put 12 hot people from opposite sexes.
Yeah.
12 of each on the island.
And the Wart.
And then they meet up and they start hanging out. And then if they're like, oh, I want to couple up. Well, then they're a couple. So they get the opportunity to go on like dates and stuff.
It's a misdirection.
But then they come back and they have all these challenges, and the challenges apparently involve like lots of kissing or pies in the face. It's fucking
Seriously?
weird. Yeah, I'm not making this up.
Okay.
And then people get voted off, but then like, okay, we've been coupled up, we like each other, but then the temptresses get dropped off.
Can they
Like,
vote whole couples off? Like, what if you're in a couple and you get, I'm air quoting here, what if you're in a relationship on Love Island, but one of you gets voted off?
That could happen. And then if you're not coupled up, so like there are times where like the numbers aren't right.
Yeah.
And if you don't get chosen to couple up, you're like the odd person out, you're gone. So there are opportunities where you could go. So like once America starts voting some nerds off,
We're
then
in, we're in 2025. Is there any girl, boy going on?
so no, but Austin definitely wants to.
Austin, a guy?
You could, yeah. He's the guy who has like the 104 body count. They give you all your stats. There's like a tail of the tape.
Nice.
It's like his body count's through the roof, and he's a pool boy, literally.
You think he likes boys too?
I think it's all a cover.
Ah,
I'm just, I don't know. I don't like that dude.
So
that's the vibe you're getting.
there's been like 10 seasons of it or something, right?
Yeah, but last season's when it popped.
So is it like, do you get down to a final four and final.
I don't,
Yeah, I
I've
still
never,
don't know
I've
what the
never, I've never
winning is.
watched the whole show.
Do you get a bunch of money at the end?
I'm literally watching it transiently, coming through the room, going, "Oh, Whore Island's on." And then every once in a while, I'll see one of my kids crying. So and so got voted off. And they can't believe
Oh,
it. And I'm like,
no.
"What is happening?
That's awful.
Why are you upset about this?"
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a weird vacation. A lot of Whore Island going on, which kept the kids from going out though, and they were like so.
It's so crazy to me that shows like this are still a thing when like there's just so much good product out there.
There's so much content, and
Train
yet-
wreck. They want to see the train wreck.
Yeah, it's wild.
But there's like
Oh, movies. That's all
well-written movies
fake.
that'll like give you those experiences.
It's not real, Dad.
It's not
Whore
real.
Island
Whore
is
Island's
real.
real.
Yeah, that's real.
It's the most real thing there is.
Yeah.
Troy, you don't get it. You're just such a prude.
Fact. I'm a boomer.
It's so it's just weird to watch. This last drop of dudes they dropped off, like international models and shit. I'm like, oh, welcome to you're fucked. The girls showed up, they were all hotter. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
They're like, and apparently there's like another island.
Do the
where
sexes is there a lot of infighting? Like
it's starting to
do,
get
do
there.
the
Drama.
Do the old girls hate the new girls because they're younger and hotter?
The girls seem to hate each other a lot more
Yeah.
than the guys. The guys are like, this is fucking awesome. A lot of high fives.
They're like, "What's up, bruh?
Yeah, there's a
You
lot
want to
of
go
high
play
fives.
pool basketball?"
They're acting really nice so they don't get voted off by the home audience.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Even the guys are like, "Oh, you really like Tanya?" Nah, I'm gonna stay away. Like there is a certain amount
There's
of
like
bro code happening,
yeah.
and the female code seems to be breaking down at a tremendous rate.
The guys
What?
go to the
That's real.
Chuck E. Cheese arcade.
Yeah, the guys are like, "Whoa!" Oh shit! You know what they had at my beach house? They had one of those little Nintendos that had like 600 some Nintendo
Yeah.
games on it.
It looks like an NES.
Yeah, but it's like super small.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Fucking beat Contra. It's pretty
Nice.
exciting.
Really?
Well, with
beat
the,
it?
with the code.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like pretty
By
excited.
yourself?
No, like I sat my wife down. I was like, "Hey, they got Contra back there." I like hinted for a couple of days.
Yeah.
that seed grew. She was like, "You know the code?"
That's a fun game.
Yeah, she was like, "I know the code."
For you don't have to be good. Like you don't have to.
No,
Not with 99 lives, or is it unlimited?
30.
lives?
you get 30 lives.
Oh, okay.
but you get 5 continues. So you have 180 lives, but you're gonna use them. And
Yeah, you die all the time in Contra.
she was like, "Look, we got to get ready to go to dinner." I was like, "We are not getting up from this bed."
Because you couldn't get up because then it would like not save, right?
Yeah, and then I got to go all the way back. I was like,
Yeah.
"Baby,
Couldn't you pause it?
I wasn't pausing it. This is the same. Yeah, these are all the arguments I heard." And I was like,
Can you pause war, Dave? Come on.
Yeah. I was like, "Absolutely not. We were playing Contra." An hour and a half later, the credits rolled. We still made it to dinner on time.
Wow.
But I am so proud that I beat Contra again
With your wife.
with my wife. Like
That's
that's
impressive.
that's a thing,
And you had it. I mean, that primed her probably real nice.
dude. Whore Island.
Lots of crying.
Shit got crazy. She was like, when you killed that alien looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
You
pretty
had
awesome.
that triple gun.
It was dude, I forgot all the guns, the triple
Yeah.
guns, the swirly gun, all
Yeah.
the the corkscrew thing. It was the laser still sucks.
Yep.
Don't want the fucking laser. Every time I got it, I was like, "Why'd I get the laser?" You just kill a guy.
Yeah.
Start off with a machine gun. Dude, Contra rules. I think I need to get one of those for the pallet house.
That would be cool.
That would be.
I think we need that. But like beating Contra was
Put it
real-
over on the 5th TV.
Yeah.
And it's like
Or get a six.
$99 for
Yeah.
$10,000 worth of 1986 games.
I've been thinking about getting like a stand-up arcade in here that has all the games, and I'm like, after playing that, I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You've already got the TV.
Because real estate's a premium in here.
Yeah.
That would be a bad idea.
That thing is the size of like a couple pack of smokes.
Yeah.
Like it's a non-issue, and you can play that shit all day.
For the listeners, he's talking about cigarettes. Back in the day, we used to smoke these things called cigarettes.
Oh, is that an old?
I mean, cigarettes have definitely died off.
they're coming back. I was in the gym today, and a dude stunk of cigarettes, and I was like, "Good for you, young man." I was like,
Nice.
very impressed. He's in there. He's working his lats. He reeks of smoke. I was like, "That's how it's done." You fix the outside, let the inside rot. That was how we used to do it.
What's up, bro? Hey,
I'm just saying,
what you been doing? Smoking.
if you're jacked and smoking a cigarette, you're cool.
I mean, you look cool.
Till you're
Yeah.
dead.
Well, yeah, but that's the who wants to be old? And this kid knows he doesn't want to be old. He nailed it.
I stopped smoking not because of health reasons, but because of the smell of the smoke. That was what really was the turnoff for me. I was like, I hate smelling like cigarettes. This is gross. I feel filthy.
He smelled
Like I never
bad.
was like, oh, my lungs hurt and my throat hurts. Like I just was like, I don't want to smell like smoke anymore.
When everyone smelled like smoke, it was fine.
Yeah.
Even the non-smokers reeked of smoke.
Yeah, I never, when I was single and going out to bars and people smoked, it didn't bother me. But as soon as I'd walk out, I'd be like, ugh, I feel like I need a shower and like my clothes need to go directly in the washing machine.
So we shared a wall with buddies in the fan, and the smoke seeped up into our upstairs apartment.
I believe it.
Through the flooring, and it just smelled like cigarettes all the time.
I found a bar in Folly that still smokes because it's a private club. And I had assured my wife, nah, it doesn't smell like smoke. Because I'd been in there the night before and I don't recall smelling smoke.
Yeah.
But I was riding a skateboard there and I was drunk. Didn't
That
smell
checks
smoke.
out.
So we went in there and we were like sober. And I was like, I know where we could grab a quick drink.
Was
She was like, it smells like smoke in there. I was like, they don't smoke in there anymore. We walked in. First thing you see.
Oh, without smoking, it still smells smoke.
No, they were smoking.
Oh.
And I just missed it the night before completely. And she walked in, she's like, this is disgusting. I was like, yeah, I see that now. It's sober. I see that. This place is full of smoke. I'd walked in there drunk, ordered a Budweiser, sat down,
Good to go.
had no idea.
Yeah,
The Budweiser really masks the smoke.
can see that. It's the king of beers.
The king of beers
Yeah.
and lung cancer.
and it's coming through. The king of beers comes through.
It's strong.
Here's to you.
On that note, the painter cheers everybody. And we said when he cheers the audience,
That's what we said.
we call it. You did it. You did the secret thing
Perfect timing.
we were looking for.
Nailed it.
It was brilliant.
I'm going to Whore Island.
He's going to reek of smoke. He's going to be blue when he comes back.
They smoking on that show?
They're smoking hot. Boom.
Nice.
Like that. Speaking of Folly Beach, Nectar Sunglasses is in Folly Beach. It started here in Richmond, ended up in Folly Beach.
Upgrade.
If you need a pair of sunglasses, though, head over to nectarsunglasses.com. Drop ITPH in the coupon code. You will get 20% off a damn good looking pair of sunglasses. I'm going to have to do that because one of my daughter's friends borrowed a pair of my Nectar sunglasses.
Oh, nice.
And I put them on the other day, and I
All
can't see
jacked
through
up.
them anymore.
Yeah. I need a new pair bad.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna place an order soon. It's about that time.
Yep.
You know what I'm not gonna get right now is a mortgage, but that's because I already have one. But if I was gonna get a mortgage, I know where I'd go. I'd go to Screen Door Mortgage.
It's the only place you can go.
It's the best place. That's a good mortgage. As for Jimmy, he'll take care of you.
You should just get one every year. Help a buddy out.
S's and giggles. I like it. If you got topics you want to send us, please do so at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. We'd love to hear what you're thinking about. If you haven't rated and reviewed, you can always do that, but you won't. If you have too much discretionary
fact.
money, that is the thing people tend to do
You can send it to Inside the Power House
on Venmo,
on Venmo.
which is always nice. Do we
That
have
would be
any-
nice.
Do we have anything else we need to plug?
I don't think so.
Well, fantastic. Dave, you got anything you need to plug?
Never.
Painter?
New Stew's out.
Nailed it. He is good at it.
So good.
I can't argue with him. The man is good at New Stew. New Stew!
Premature.
As Stu
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
Yeah.
The stew is in him.
It's, yep. I like it. I respect it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think? That looks painful. Might want to come off $10 and buy a new pair.
Not unless they Venmo us some cash.
The island thing is fucking hilarious. How did we even? Was that a topic? Did we just start making up that shit?
No, but just kind of came out of nowhere. But it's the name of the episode, The Wart.
Well, I laughed. I haven't laughed that hard since the last time I was in here.
New stew peeking through the curtain.